Hello and welcome to STWebDesigner. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how I coded our current website, which is live at STWebDesigner.github.io. As I mentioned in the intro, I'm going to be showing you how to code our current website. This video is split into 3 parts. The first part will be coding the main page, the second part will be coding the Modal window, and the third part will be adding some cool animation effects. So let's get started. Now before I do begin, you will need this one CSS file. It's called animate.css and it's by a guy called Daniel. So just head over to this URL. I will leave that in the description box below, and download it and add it to your CSS file. I will quickly show you my folder structure. So I've got CSS folder, images folder. I have already got some images in here ready to go, and my JavaScript folder. So before we do start coding, I'm going to show you the end result, the end product of what we're actually coding, if you haven't already seen. So this is the website, 3 main elements. So we've got this bit here, which has got our logo, tagline, social media links and email, footer, and we've got this icon up here which brings down the Modal window. So I'm going to head over to brackets because this is the code editor that I use. I'm going to go create a new file. I'm going to start typing. So we're going to go type HTML. Save that. I'll call it index.html. I'm going to add y equals here. So in the head, we're just going to have title, STWebDesigner. I'm going to have some meta stuff, so meta char set equals UTF-8. Then the meta HTTP slightly sparkly. Equals x u a content equals ie equals edge, and then finally we're going to add the responsive meta tag. Meta name equals viewport, content equals width equals device hyphen width, comma, initial scale equals 0.1. Okay. And then obviously you can add other meta tags such as description, keywords, and things like that. We're now going to add we're on a style sheet. So we're going to go link rel equals style sheet. I don't know if we've created that style sheet yet, but we might as well get the tag in there ready when we do. So we're going to go href equals CSS and main.css. Type equals text/CSS. I'm going to then add in the animate.css file that I downloaded before starting this recording, and that's literally just called animate.css. And then I'll just quickly include my fave icon, so page again, images, fave icon. Into rel equals short icon type equals image slash text. And that's the head of our document. So let's start laying out the basis of our website. So we're going to start by just creating the main website. So we're going to go div class equals maintainer, and comment there. So we're going to have, in there we're going to have h1, so STWebDesigner. We're going to have our logo, so the image. We want our logo. Logo. Always important to have an alt tab for screen readers. If you're watching this and you don't realise what the alt tab is used for. I'm going to wrap that image. I'm going to wrap that image in a div. I'm going to give it a class of logo. Like so. And then we're going to have our tagline, so that's web design tips, tutorials, and news. And then we're going to have HR. HR is basically a divider line, and obviously you can style the HR however you want. We're going to have our social icons. So we're going to go div, give that a class of social icons. And ending time. And then we're going to have social icons. So we're going to go href. I'm just going to make them blank for a minute. And then it's going to go target target equals _ blank. All this target _ blank does is when you click on the link, it opens that website in a new window. So instead of clicking on it and it just opens that website in the same window, so it basically removes your website. When you click on it, it opens up in a new window and leaves your website still open in another tab. So we're going to do that. Close that, and inside that we're going to have our image equals, I'm going to, these are my obviously social icons for Facebook for this one. Obviously alt tag, Facebook icon. I'm going to close that, and that's that one done. I'm going to copy that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I'm going to change these to Twitter, TikTok, Medium, and YouTube. Change these to Medium and YouTube. So there are social icons. We're now going to add the email. So if you notice, we have the email underneath, and that's simply just going to be the H row. Now, how you link to an email is you go mail to semicolon and then your email address. So find designer 7 at gmail.com, and then let's see, write it 7.gmail.com. And then the final section of our main page is the footer. So we'll use the footer tag, and then inside we're going to have the 2014 to 2016 at copy STWebDesigner equals, I'm just going to go blank now. Target that's blank. Full stop. And that is our HTML. So let's have a quick look at what that looks like here. Seems to be loading. So let me just quickly check what's on here. We've got 2 .pngs there. Delete that, and they should now all work. There we go. So we've got all our main elements here. So we've got a logo, tagline, social icons, email link, and our footer. And the H had the guideline. Obviously, it's not looking very visually appealing at the minute. So we're now going to head over back to our code editor and start making this look all nice using CSS. So we're going to create a new file. I'm actually going to vertically split this because we're going to have to obviously add some classes to some elements, and the CSS is going to on this side. So first of all, we're going to need one thing, and that is a font. So I'm going to go to Google Fonts. If you've never used Google Fonts before, try it out. It's great for getting loads of different fonts for your website. I'm going to use rail. So we want normal and bold, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab this import link here. I'm just going to copy and paste it into our CSS. I'm going to save this file straight away in our CSS folder and main.css. Okay, so I'm going to go do some base styles first of all. So I'm going to go margin 0. Oh no, we're not. No, body. These styles are going on the body. My mistake. Then we're going to go margin 0, padding 0. We're going to add in our font family because the font throughout is going to be railway. So we're going to go railway. I'm going to add Arial as a backup, and I'm going to add sans serif as another backup font. I'm going to add a default font size. For this I've used 14 pixels as sort of the default, just because it just looked nice when I was doing it. Really. It wasn't too small, wasn't too big. I'm going to add the colour, which is hex code 4988A7. And that's the first base out. So let's have a quick look at that, see what changes it has done. And close the fonts. So now we've obviously got the colour in, the font has changed so it looks a lot nicer. We're not just using the default font now. So let's keep going with this. So the next piece of code here, tag wise, is the container. So we're going to style that next. So we're going to dot container, and for this design we're going to be using flex because it's going to really help with the layout, and the actual page fits the height and width of the screen, so we're going to have to cater for that as well. So we're going to start with giving the height 100 ph. That's going to make the height fit the size of the browser. Okay. Then I'm going to give this a background image, because I've got a background image. I'm going to go URL, back out of here into images. I'm going to go to that, which is my background image that I got for recording this. I'm going to go background, size, cover. I'm going to go background, position, center. Okay, so let's have a look, see what that has done so far for us. So now we have a nice background image. So I'm going to now do all the flex, display flex stuff now. So we're going to go display, WebKit, box, display, WebKit, flex, display, MS, flex, box, display, not direction, display, flex. So I'm going to go WebKit box, WebKit box, orange. box direction normal. Sorry about the long pause. I was just checking what I've done right, because you see red and you think red is an error, but I think it's just the theme colour. So I was just checking if I'd wrote it out right. So MS, sorry, flex direction, and that is oh, something. That's what it is. Modal then. Then he indented. So it's again, flex, direction, column. Then we have WebKit. I think this is a lot of typing. I'm just going to pause that. You can actually just put like just display flex direction and things like that in. I think in some code editors there is like a plugin or package that you can install that will then fill out all these things, because obviously these WebKit and MS things here are to help it with working in other browsers, so to make it more compatible with the browsers. But we're going to continue on with this. Well, we'll to WebKit box pack. That is center. Then we've got WebKit justify content. That is also center. And we've got indent 1 MS flex pack center. We've got justify content center. Then we've got WebKit box align center. WebKit align items center. MS align on MS flex line center. And then we've got align items center. And then the final CSS styling we want here in the container is text align center. So let's save that and check it out. And look how already much better that actually looks with just the container styles put in. It's literally styled most of the website for us, if you think about it. So let's go back to our code here. I'm actually going to switch this around because I noticed that my webcam in the corner is actually going to sort of stop you seeing the code that I'm working on. So I'll put this here. I'll put this on the side. Okay, so let's start styling everything else. The first thing I want to do is I want to actually hide this. So we're going to add a class of hide. I'm just going to display. I'm going to add a class here. h1 class equals hide. So that should now. Okay, that's it. Okay, so the next thing we've got is the logo. So I'm going to go here and go we're going to go dot go. I'm just going to give it a margin bottom of 15 pixels. And that is done because I just think this is too close together. Let's do this HR line. HR, and we're going to go border 2 pixels solid, and then our this colour, actually the colour that we use for the text, it's sort of a bluey colour, isn't it? I'm not sure what type of blue colour. We're going to go width 100 pixels. So we can now actually see the line. Obviously before it was actually faded very much into the background, so you couldn't actually see it very clearly at all. So now we've got the sort of divider line. Let's go over and let's sort out some typography stuff, which is H2. Yeah. Typography here. H2. I'm going to go font size, let's try 18 pixels. Did that work? There you go. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the social icons. Because obviously at the minute they're huge, which is way too big than they actually need to be. We also need to add some margin here, and then they should look really good once we've done that. So on our main page we go dot social icons, and we're going to do the margin first. We're going to go margin top 15 pixels to match obviously the logo margin bottom, so it's exactly the same. And then we're going to go social icons image. I'm going to give them a width of 40 pixels and a margin of 0 pixels. See what that looks like. That looks so much better. Nice and small, not too, obviously not too small, not too large. I think that looks really good. Right, so let's move on down. Let's keep going down. Let's go to this link here. So going to go back to the HTML document, and we're going to give this a class of email. And save that. We're going to go here. Let's go links. And go a.email. We're going to give it a font size of 14 pixels. We're going to give it a colour, the same as all the other colours that we've used so far. So that is hex code 4988A7. Then we're going to text declaration none, because obviously we don't want the underline on it. So what? That was good. I actually don't want it that colour. Try. So this is a grey colour. I use this grey colour a lot in other projects and stuff. Let's try this. That looks better. Because obviously the sort of email is just sort of a contact thing. The only reason someone would contact me is sort of for a video suggestion, so it doesn't really need to overpower anything. So let's now look at the footer. So let's sort out this link as well. So we're going to go footer and we'll go I'll just have to Let's go. So we're going to go class equals and then I'm going to basically just do the same thing here. So a.copy. I'm going to go font, weight, bold, color. This one is going to be the 4988E7 hex code. Because it's going to be the same colour as obviously the text of the actual copyright stuff. And then we're going to have again text decoration none. Save. And there we go. So it's now bold, same colour, so it looks in line. So I actually want the footer to not be here. I want it to be over here, right at the bottom, on the left. So how we do that is actually pretty simple. All we're going to do is here, footer. So footer, we'll go position, absolute, bottom, 0 pixels. So this is going to make it sit at the bottom. And then we're going to go left, I think 20 pixels. Go save. So now the footer is broken away from the other content, which was sitting just down stacked below each other, centered in the page. The footer has now come away and is now sat at the bottom, 20 pixels from the left. Everything done. Oh, I've just seen a mistake there. Oh, I'm not setting this. I put a dot instead of that. So that is the main part of our website. Really simple, but it's also very effective because it directs people to all the platforms that I publish on, gives a way of them contacting us, and then the next part is creating the Modal window, which is going to have a bit more about STWebDesigner and the creator in general. So let's go back to our code editor and let's start coding up all the stuff that we need, the HTML part of our Modal window. So above the H1 stuff, we're going to go and create the actual menu icon, and that is going to sit up here. So we're going to do that first. We're going to code and style the icon that's going to sit up here first. So we're going to go div class equals menu. Menu. And inside this menu, we're going to have a href, and we're just going to leave it blank at the minute. And we're going to have inside of that the image. So we're going to go and find the icon, and it's this one. Alt equals the creator. And we're going to go like that. Okay. So let's go for that. So it now appears above here. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to do what we did with the footer, but just apply it to our about icon. So let's head over to our CSS document. Head here. We're going to go dot menu, position absolute. We're going to go top 15 pixels, right 30 pixels, cursor 20. But I don't think you need cursor. So it now sits at the top. I'm just going to check that I don't need cursor points. There's no point in having CSS rules in when you don't need them. Yeah, we don't need that. So at the minute we've now got this icon. Doesn't do anything just yet, but it's there. Okay. So we're now going to actually code the Modal window. So we're going to go div id equals Modal. This ID is not going to be used for any styling. The ID is going to be used to actually call the Modal window to open and close it. So we're then going to create a class of Modal pos short position. Close that. So Modal and dot Modal. Inside that we're going to have div class equal Modal wrapper. I'm going to close that as well. Modal wrapper. And inside that we're going to have a div with a class of Modal content. And going to front end comment on that as well. If you're wondering why I'm putting any comments in all the time, it's just so I know when divs are ended, because if you have a HTML document that's quite large, you're going to find that you're going to have loads of end div tags and not be able to quickly see what does end div class relate to. So by putting an end comment in, you know what the end div class relates to. That's all it's there for. Okay, so we're now actually going to put the content in. So that's the content written, so let's just check out what this looks like. So, oh my god, huge picture of me. Ah! So, what it's done is, because we haven't actually styled the modal box yet, it's just basically shoved the content that we've just written above what we just coded. So, at the minute it's just sat above it on the normal page. But the content is all there and ready to be styled. So let's start and do that now. So we're going to start with the Modal pos, and we're going to go position absolute. Oh no, we're going to go position fixed. Sorry, position fixed. We're going to go top 0, left 0, width 100%, height 100%. We're going to go Z index 8. We're going to do a background color of RGBA brackets 37, 41, 52, 0.7. Then we're going to go vertical, align, middle. So this is actually going to be the whole sort of where it's going to be positioned, where the modal box is going to be positioned. The background colour is going to obviously give the impression of it being sort of the background being faded. Let's have a look and see what that looks like. So now it comes up in its own area and the background fades. So let's keep going with this, and let's do the modal wrapper next. Just okay. So we're going to dot modal wrapper. We'll go position absolute. Then we're going to give it a max width of 600 pixels. Margin of auto, which will mean it will sit auto of every side, so top, bottom, left and right. I'm going to go top 0, left 0, bottom 0, and right 0. So let's have a look and see what's happened. Right, before I continue, I'm going to sort this picture out because it's annoying me because it's too big. So, let's go margin. I don't know, I need the margin. Let's go width 100 pixels. Border radius 100%. Right, I just need to add that to here. The class equals avatar. So let's just see. Hopefully that has been different. There we go. So because the image was so big, it was actually making the whole thing go off a bit. So you see the avatar is now done. And what I've done is I've made the width 100 pixels, so it's a lot smaller. And then instead of it being square, which looks slightly odd sometimes, I've made it so using border radius. So this is looking good. So let's continue on. And where are we up to? So we've done modal wrapper. So we now need to do modal content. Yeah, and we're going to background colour, which is white. Then we're going to give it padding of 50 pixels. I'm not going to 50 pixels, 20 pixels. That's what we're going to do. And then we're going to go and dot modal content P. And we're going to give that a colour of black, which is hexacode 000. So let's have a look. Now that is looking much better. So it just sits at the top here. We've got the image, welcome, we've got the text, and we've got our links. We need to sort out this line height because I think it's just too close, so it's quite hard to read the graphics. So let's add a line height onto here, and I'm just going to put it as 1.5. That looks so much better. So let's start by actually just finishing off these links. So we're going to go back up to our links section here, and I'm going to go a dot in par, short for in paragraph. We'll go font size 18 pixels, color 000, which is black, and we're just going to go text, decoration, none. Let's have a look. Oh, got to add that in here. Either. Class equals in par. In par. same. Have a look. Oh, it looks a bit dull, doesn't it? Okay, so we're going to go this colour, so the 4988A7, and we're going to go font, white, bold. And there we go, that looks much better. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to style this close button. So it's basically just an X. It's very simple. So we actually need to add some more HTML, sorry. So we're going to div class equals close wrapper. Grab the closing div, indent this in, and put it there. I'll obviously close the tab, so close wrapper. We're also going to add a class of close here. So let's head back to our CSS document. So we're going to go under here, we're going to dot close wrapper. We're going to go position relative, and we're going to go margin bottom of 50 pixels. And that's just going to add some separation between the X and the avatar. And we're going to go close. We're going to position absolute. Top 0, right 0. Color. We're going to make it our normal color, which is 498887. Then I'm going to go to text, decoration none. So it's actually a link. And then we're going to go font size. I'm thinking 20 pixels, because we obviously want it to be much bigger than the actual text, because we want people to see it and obviously be able to click on it with ease. Then there's a font, weight, and bold. And hopefully that'll be positioned there. Yes. So now the Modal window is above the actual main page content and it's styled how we want it. Obviously at the minute nothing works, so we need some JavaScript to do that. So go back to our HTML document, and just before the closing body tag we're going to add some JavaScript. So we're going to script, type equals text / JavaScript. We're going to do obviously close this script tag. We're then going to go and function toggle underscore visibility ID. Now this actual piece of code here is actually from CSS Tricks. I will try and find the link again and link it in the description so you can just copy and paste it in, this bit in. Then we're going to go var e equals document dot get element ID, brackets ID. We're going to go if brackets e dot style dot display. We're going to go equals. I'm going to explain what this JavaScript is doing in a moment. We're going to e dot style display equals. No. They need to be actually type. Then we have else b.style.display equals block. Part of this so that should be an opening tab. So what this is doing is it's basically going to look to see if the ID here, which we're going to add into our HTML in a minute, of Modal is display block. If it is, then it's going to open. It's going to close, sorry. If it isn't, it's going to open. If you get what I mean. So we're going to now go up here and add up to our menu. There's our menu here. We're going to go in the href, we're going to JavaScript -void brackets 0, and that is also going to be added into our close one as well. We can go. So after that, we're going to go on click equals toggle underscore visibility, and in brackets we're going to put our ID, which is Modal, and we're also going to copy that into our close one as well. So where's that one? Oh, I was putting that in close. Right, so we need to add that here. Hopefully that'll work. One last thing before I do that, before I check in the browser. We go back up to Modal POS, and we're going to go display none, because we don't want any of the content to display until the user clicks the about icon. So let's see if this works. Right, so we've got our main page displayed, and now when we click it, our Modal page gets opened. That close arrow isn't working. Oh, that's only got one equals. Right, so hopefully that should now work. So when we click it, it opens. When you click the X, it closes. Brilliant. So that's the Modal window done. Fantastic. Okay, so the next part that we need to do is we actually need to make this responsive, because responsive design is now a huge trend. Also, a lot more people are using mobile devices to browse the internet, so it's important to make sure your website is responsive. So let's see. If you go right click and inspect, and we go to this here, device mode, you can actually see what our website looks like on any size screen. So, to be honest, there's actually not much issue with the site at all. One thing I do say is this. So let's sort out this stuff. Let's find out when it needs changing. Okay, so how to make it responsive? We're actually going to use media queries. So to do that, we go at media screen and then in brackets max width, and I'm going to go with 550 pixels and see what happens. Opening tag and open tag, and I'm going to go footer. I'm going to go left, 0 pixels. Let's see. That looks better. So, let's see what the modal window looks like. Okay, so it's not actually functional. So what happens when a modal window is that what we've done is we've set it at a height. Okay. And the problem is when you shrink the height up, the modal window doesn't know how to scroll because the elements behind scroll as normal. So to solve this issue, what we do is on modal here. You just need to add this down, which is overflow auto. And that will hopefully so opens up. And now you can actually move the modal window up and down. Which means for people who are viewing it on a small screen like this, they can see the whole content in the modal window rather than seeing the chopped content because you can't scroll. So if you are doing a modal window, make sure the user can scroll the modal window so that they can read it when on a mobile device. So that's looking really good. And so I think it's all responsive, so we're now going to move on to the final part of this video, which is making some cool animations. Because obviously at the minute it's slightly a bit boring. So what we're going to do is we're going to animate these social icons so they have a bit of an effect, which is why at the start of the video I said you needed the animate.css file. So we're going to animate these and we're going to animate this icon. So we're going to animate this modal window so it fades and slides in. For the social icons and the menu icon, we're actually going to use some JavaScript. So we need a new file. This is JavaScript. What we're going to do is we're going to have the What we're going to do is we're going to have an effect from animate.css called Modal, and we're going to set an interval of that animation so that it plays the animation on sort of a loop. Okay, so we're going to do the social icons first, and basically it's going to randomly choose one of these social icons, it's going to add that effect, and it's going to loop around constantly and change which one it animates. Hopefully you understand what I'm doing. Right, let's do this. So we're going to go set interval function brackets. Now I am a beginner myself at JavaScript, so I hope this works. No, I did. We're going to go bar, rand, num, equals. Raw equals math.random. So this is choosing the random image, a random icon. Star, the $sign, and in brackets we're going to target the element. So it's .social icons image. .social icons image. Then we're going to go .length. Brackets. We're going to go +1. We're then going to go $sign. Brackets. target that. Oh, so I'm going to start putting the quotes around there. So we're going to target what we're targeting, which is social icons image. We're going to go .eq brackets rad num, which is what we've just coded, so we're actually now bringing that in. We're going to go .add class, and we're now going to bring in the CSS classes that we need to make the animation happen. Now if you go back onto animate.css, go onto the GitHub page, it will actually tell you how to do this. So the two classes that we actually need though is animated, and the animation that we're using is tab. Semicolon. Then I'm going to put set timeout. Brackets function. And $sign brackets. Again, we're going to target the social icons image. We're going to remove class. So basically it's just going to move the class when we get to the next one. If that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. You'll see it in action in a minute. So we just need to re-put this in here. Animated tab. And then we're going to end here, put a comma, 2000. And at the end of here, we'll put a comma, 12,000. So what these two numbers do is this is the duration it takes to actually do the animation. This number here is the duration the animation lasts. So the duration of the animation is going to be 2 seconds, and it's going to wait another 4 seconds for the next one to do the animation. Right, let's see if this works. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, hold on. Oh, I know what I've done. Novice mistake. I've not put my JavaScript document, actually my HTML document. So, we're going to go script, here we go. GS, text, JavaScript. Right, so now it should work. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I know what we need. We need jQuery. So it uses jQuery. So jQuery. This is in here. This one's good. Scroll down. Scroll down. Sugar. Yeah, so just literally copy this in. There we go. And paste that above. Right. Hopefully got everything now. Just close that. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. No. still not working. Why? Syntax error functions is 2. Okay. Oh, is it that? Ah, they've all it up, so that was the issue. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still no magic. This is getting bad. I'm still having this is working. Missing items. Oh, I put EG there. Right, so it's the EQ. Oh, I've just these brackets here. Yes, I wonder it wasn't working. Right, so yeah, when I was typing this up, I'd obviously done the EQ. Forgot to put the jQuery CDN in. And forgot to add these, forgot to add brackets to the end of the functions. Right, so hopefully this should now work. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So that's what it does. So it'll go to the next one in 4 seconds. There we go. And it's just randomly done, so it just goes through them all forever basically. So they're now animated through on a loop. So we're now going to animate the next icon, which is the About icon here. We're going to go back over to our JavaScript. And it's actually very similar to this. There's actually less lines of code. So we're going to set interval of its function. Remove that. We're then going to go $, brackets, open it up. I'm going to now target the next icon, which is dot menu image. Then we're going to go add class. It's exactly the same as the one above, which is animated onto that. And then we go set timeout function. And that, do that. And again, $, and target dot menu image. Then go dot remove class. Animated back. Then we're going to do the same here with the numbers. I'm just going to remember to close these this time. This time I also want it to be different because instead of there being loads of different icons and it randomly going through each one, there's just one. So I'm actually going to change the duration that the animation lasts to 1500, and I'm going to make it happen every 10 seconds. Something like that. 10. Yeah. So let's save that and see if this works. There we go, so that's working, so let's see if it does it again. There we go, so that's now working perfectly. And these are still working here as well. So the final animation that we're going to add is we're going to add an animation to this Modal window. So at the minute it's just very boring, it just opens. There's no niceness to it, there's no smoothness when you open it. And it's the simplest thing to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our index.html file. We're going to find Modal rocket, which is here, and we're going to add the class of animated, and we're going to use the fade in down animation. Again, all these animations are from animate.css. So we're going to fade in down. So when we open this up, it now nicely fades in, and then it closes as normal. So that is the site complete. So we've coded and styled the main page. We've then coded and styled the modal window and made the whole site responsive. And finally, we added some cool animations to the website.
Thank you for watching. If you found this tutorial useful, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. Bye for now.